Understanding direct and indirect speech is essential for effective communication. And today, we'll dive into some key rules that govern how we convert direct quotes into indirect speech. Let's start with a fundamental rule. When the words in direct speech express a habitual action or a universal truth, the tenses do not change in indirect speech. For example, consider the direct speech. He said, "We cannot live without air." When we convert this to indirect speech, it becomes, "He said that we cannot live without air." Notice how the tense remains the same. This is because the statement is a universal truth. It's always valid, regardless of when it's being reported. Now, let's look at another example. Direct speech. The teacher said, "Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius." In indirect speech, we say, "The teacher said that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius." Again, the tense doesn't change because it's a scientific fact. Next, let's explore a different scenario. When the reporting verb is in the present or future tense. In these cases, the tenses in the direct speech remain unchanged. For instance, if we have, "She says, I am going to the store," it becomes, "She says she is going to the store." The present tense is going stays the same because the reporting verb says is in the present tense. Similarly, if we use the future tense, like in this example, he will say, "I am ready for the exam," it translates to, he will say he is ready for the exam. Again, we keep the present tense is ready unchanged because the reporting verb is in the future tense. Now, let's consider a situation where the direct speech involves a past tense reporting verb. Here, the tenses will change. For example, she said, "I am happy." In indirect speech, this becomes, "She said that she was happy." The present tense and changes to the past tense was because the reporting verb said is in the past. Another example could be, they said, "We will finish the project by Friday." In indirect speech, this would be, they said that they would finish the project by Friday. The future tense will finish changes to would finish because the reporting verb is in the past. To summarize, remember these key points. If the direct speech expresses a habitual action or universal truth, the tense remains unchanged in indirect speech. Also, if the reporting verb is in the present or future tense, the tenses in the direct speech stay the same. However, when the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tenses in the direct speech will typically change. Mastering these rules will enhance your writing and speaking skills, making your communication clearer and more effective. So, keep practicing with these examples, and soon, converting between direct and indirect speech will become second nature.